Still good wrestling, good stamina. And then you got Brian Ortega on a streak. Just knocked out Frank Yeager in their previous bout. So it's going to be a good one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, this is just classic DMart. I mean, just great striking and able to contend wherever the fight goes. Just much like his Tony Ferguson pick. That's why he likes him. And then we got also, of course, the Russian Bear loving that top game, that aggression, that crucifix position, the takedowns from the clinch in Frankie Edgar. So we are going to see, man. We are going to see what happens here.
DMart looks like he has a couple wins on Bez already. Could play a factor in the mental.
Yeah, man, we'll see. But here we go. Main event of the evening. Touching them up. We got DMart and Brian Ortega. And we got Bez Pravil, a Russian Bear, on Frankie Edgar. And look at these little trading here, backwards and forwards is the momentum here. So we're going to expect D to, keep this on the feet. If it goes to the ground, it'll go to the ground. But Bez probably looking to secure that takedown, man. But we did get a vote on Twitter. You guys voted all week. Don't forget to join and follow us on Twitter there. But you've been voting all week. 74% DMart said we're going to win. 26% for Bez. So let's see if that plays into a factor here. Crowd heavily favoring D.
DMart is the favorite, and DMart's coming out looking crisp, keeping that distance. It throws kind of a weird hook there, but nice front kick right there, Bailey. And wow,
yeah, D mixing it up. I mean, D very, very, very fluid fighter. Knows what he's doing.
Knows what he's doing, indeed. And Bez just needs to find his footing here. It is a five-minute fight.
Yeah, D not afraid here, man. Knows that Bez is looking to get in close and get them grapple exchanges off, get those clinch attempts off, maybe just get the takedown. So Bez staying on the outside here, eating a lot of shots, but it doesn't matter if he gets that takedown. We're only 3 minutes into this round. We're going to see a good job by D, though, really sticking him on the edge of these punches, the ones and twos. And you know that D's loading that uppercut as soon as he sees Bez just go for any kind of takedown attempt. But he's making him stand with him here. He's making him stand, he's making him fight. But Bez is an expert at taking people down. That's kind of a little bit of an obvious, but I mean, he got it. He got it still straight into mount. Bez straight up and straight into the armbar here. Straight on. DMart, who's having to defend here, going for a two-way escape, and nicely done.
Yeah, DMart was, having excellent range there, just being at the end of the punches, keeping Frankie at a distance. Kind of threw a sloppy head kick and gets taken down, and now Bez is on top.
Yeah, Bez is on top where he wants to be, and now DMart's going to feel the full force of the Russian Bear in his top position. Half guard, he loves this position. He loves it. He'll stay here the whole fight if he can. Fakes a transition to top mount just to keep him guessing. Fakes again, and goes into side control here as well. And D's got to find a way, but he stands up. He stands up. Man, he's making a statement right here. Oh my goodness.
I don't think he wants to be on the ground with Ortega with those submission,
No, man. Bez is the top ground master. I think he's making a statement. I think he's saying, I think he is. I think he's saying, let's keep this on the feet. I think he wants to. And D, man, lathering him up here with some beautiful flowing punches. And, Bez, but I mean, the stamina advantage is slightly different, but, Frankie's got good. Oh, no. It's a big shot there. D cracking him. I think it was a straight right that rocked him. And the fluidity of these punches, man, right on the edge of him.
Probably caught him, lunging in, lunging out. Bez is doing a great job of coming in and coming out of range. Really nice by Bez.
Yeah, D's doing a good job just sitting on the outside. There's a nice little body kick there. Bez throwing them hooks. Oh my goodness. Nice. Bez getting loose here, but DMart not afraid, slipping down, landing that lead head kick, and there we go. First round, man. First round of 5, man. So Bez gets that top position, doesn't maintain it. D gets a rock off towards the second half of that round. We'll see, looking a bit banged up here, but here we go. Second round, main event of the evening. One of these guys will go through to the final in their hopes to be crowned the freaking first champion of ESFL. Got DMart taking on Bez Pravil. DMart in the red gloves, Bez in the blue.
Bez is looking really good on the feet here. Staying at his distance now, getting comfortable. At first, it seemed like DMart was, keeping him out that range, and it was tough for him to get on the inside, but he's getting in easily now with those body shots.
Yeah, Bez trying to fight on the insides where he needs to be, and D's so good on the end of the punches with Ortega. Just really, really smooth, crisp combinations, and really just lathering him up with just flowing punches.
Yeah, Bez seems to be staying way on the outside, so DMart can't hit him. And then when he wants to engage, he comes real close and pops right back out.
Yeah, we'll see. 1-2 to the body land in there. Bez having a hard time getting on the inside
Nice
there.
kick.
Yeah, nice leg kick there from DMart, who's really mixed up. Look at that. I love that 1-2, 1-2. That straight right of Ortega, man, is really, really beautiful. And I love the way that the jab comes off so effortlessly. Like, you can move and throw that jab, and it's almost like the Tony Ferguson jab. It's just like a paw that just extends out and touches your opponent.
Yeah, it's a great jab, and he's utilizing it well.
I mean, I've noticed this on D and his other fights, and D has a really good jab. DMart really knows how to use his jab and engage the distance with it and just touch you up with it. With Bez there, landing some strikes on the inside, goes to turn inside kick. Got to be careful throwing kicks like that because you got to think he's going to come for that takedown.
Yeah, and you could tell on the stamina, you know, the advantage is definitely not in favor of DMart here as Bez is controlling his stamina well. Good hooks. He's throwing a lot of hooks here, Balian.
He is throwing a lot of hooks indeed.
Dang.
DMart not afraid to let him go, but the stamina is going to become a factor. And, you know, as long as Bez... Ooh, I tell you what, man. As long as Bez doesn't get caught with anything, the longer this goes, the better chance he's going to have later to control the fight on the ground. I'm wondering if Bez is thinking about that. Trying to get that takedown late rather than early. And D just throwing a lot here, landing a lot, but his stamina is going down. And Bez, you know, he's really not. Goes for a single leg,
Yeah.
D.
And Bez is, you know, using Frankie, so every round he's going to get a lot of stamina in between, so he's got to watch out. DMart is in a quicksand right now, brother.
Yeah, grabbing that clinch, that guillotine here, going for a four-way escape. That defense there from Bez was quite impressive, but that will get him points on the scoreboard. And now D trying to roll out a deny here by Bez, who's now just trying to look to land some ground and pound. As D rolls to side control, and he's got that half guard back here. But yeah, like you said, man, the stamina will play a factor later on the ground, and we saw Bez stand up from this position before after landing a couple bits of ground and pound. He hasn't been rocked this round. He did go for a sub attempt, so don't know how this is going to score in the judge's mind, but those fakes coming out here from D, man. So many fakes and gets his transition off.
3 fakes and then goes for the get up, but he postures up beautifully. Bez is doing a great job maintaining top position. 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, he went for that rubber guard there, unable to get it. Postured up from Bez, and now we're seeing the stamina really play a factor here as we go into this third round.
I know, and Bez is going to turn it up in round probably 4 or 5 and just overwhelm DMart if he's not careful.
Good job landing that lead uppercut there. So much blood and sweat flying all across the octagon.
Hook, hook.
Yeah, good job though by D, man. D's definitely getting the better of these striking exchanges, but the question is how long can he keep this up for? I mean, look at the recovery. Frankie Edgar basically on full here, and D, you know, dropped about 1/6, maybe even 1/5 of his stamina bar. So good, crisp, just so beautiful. D's stand up, man, with that jab, and Bez just powering forward with those hooks, man, just throwing, just trying to get him to throw back, and let's see if D can catch him and rock him and hurt him and finish him before then. Oh, there's a right hand.
Oh, big right hand. I like the work that Bez was doing in the first 2 rounds. Those body straights and those body jabs were definitely playing a factor in the stamina drain. And he denies that takedown. Good job by Bez.
Yeah, and we see DMart just shooting that takedown and then going straight for that half guard sweep. And, you know, D, we know he likes to pull guard sometimes, man. Sometimes he likes to just pull guard. He's really good off his back, has a great guard, is good at getting that rubber guard sweep. And, you know, it's going to be hard for him to actually get a takedown on Bez, but definitely I would expect D to be able to get a sweep off. He's doing a lot of fakes here. If I know D's looking to set up that rubber guard transition into the triangle choke, the 2-stage triangle choke, D's good. He's got it. He can finish the fight here. It's actually going to be 4th stage here, but he gets it. No, straight off. He's going for it here. Bez Pravil in a lot of trouble. He gets it. Oh my goodness. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. And I mean, totally right in that situation. Shoots that single leg, looks kind of lazy, like he was never going to get it, but that's not the intention. He waited, he got that sweep, but he wanted to get a sub off. That's why he shot that lazy single, gets to full guard with Brian Ortega, that 2-stage triangle submission, and he gets it, Rob. He gets it in the semifinals against Bez Pravil.
He does, and when you get in that triangle choke, you know that green, you know, flick is coming, and sometimes it's hard to hit that flick. I know when I'm playing, it's tough, and man, what a submission. Bez was sort of doing, I think he was in control of that fight, but I don't know, it was really even. Great performance by both these gentlemen, man. I'm impressed. What a submission. What a finish.
Oh, woo. My goodness, man. I mean, that's it. That's